The supermarket matrix. Imagine yourself standing in the middle of a modern American supermarket. The fluorescent lights are bright, soft music is playing, and before your eyes lie thousands of choices. You walk past the cereal aisle. There's Kellogg's, General Mills, Post. You head to the beverage aisle. There's Coca-Cola, Pepsi, Dr. Pepper. You choose an airline for your vacation, pick a medicine to treat an illness, or turn on a news channel to watch tonight. You feel like you are in control. You believe you are living in a free market where competition is fair. But what if I told you that all those choices are just a performance? What if I told you that no matter which cereal you pick, which water you drink, or which news channel you watch, in the end, the profits all flow into the same single pocket. A pocket so massive, invisible, and all-encompassing that it covers the entire global economy. Welcome to World Financial Secrets. Today, we will expose the truth about a shadow empire standing behind every brand you buy. Brace yourself, because after this video, you will never look at your shopping cart the same way again. We are talking about the illusion of choice. Part 2. The owners of the world. BlackRock and Vanguard. In the financial world, there are two names that most ordinary citizens have never heard in a TV commercial. Yet they are the most powerful entities to ever exist in human history. BlackRock and Vanguard. They don't directly manufacture toothpaste, they don't bottle spring water, and they don't sit down to write scripts for Disney blockbusters. But they own the people who do. If you open the list of the largest shareholders of nearly every company in the S&P 500, from Apple, Microsoft, Amazon to Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, or ExxonMobil, you will always see these two names standing at the number 1 and number 2 spots. This is not a coincidence. This is the result of a complex cross-ownership structure, where a small group of asset managers has quietly acquired the soul of global corporations. They manage a total asset volume approaching $20 trillion. To put that in perspective, that number is larger than the entire economy of the European Union combined. Part 3. The betrayal of the free market. How did we end up in this situation? It all started with an idea that seemed harmless: index funds. In the 1970s, Jack Bogle, the founder of Vanguard, made a promise to the middle class. Don't try to find the needle in the haystack, just buy the haystack. Instead of risking picking a few stocks, invest in the entire market. Millions of Americans followed. Retirement funds, family savings poured into Vanguard, and later, Larry Fink's BlackRock. It created an unstoppable ocean of capital. With this money, they started buying everything. But this is the point where the free market was betrayed. The rule of economics is simple. Competition creates lower prices and better quality. Pepsi must fight Coke to win customers. But what happens when both Pepsi and Coke share the same boss? BlackRock? When competition is fake, the only loser is you. Prices go up, quality goes down, but profits still flow steadily to the center. The freedom you think you have is actually a pre-programmed path in a maze with no exit. Part 4. Proxy voting power. Puppets on a stage. Many will argue like they only manage money for clients. They don't actually own those companies. That is a naive explanation. Because in finance, power doesn't just lie in the money you have, it lies in proxy voting. Every time there is a shareholder meeting at Disney, Pfizer, or any major corporation, BlackRock and Vanguard are the ones holding the deciding votes. They have the power to hire or fire the CEO. They have the power to decide salaries, development strategies, and even the social policies that the company must pursue. If a CEO wants to go against the will of these giants, he will vanish from the hot seat immediately. This is why you see major corporations today acting exactly the same, from advertising policies to political messages. They don't serve the customers. They serve the gods holding their shares. Part 5. The media matrix, when the mind is also owned. The truth is even more terrifying when we look at the media industry. You might think CNN and Fox News are polar opposites, always arguing and fighting each other. You choose to watch this channel because you hate the other one. But look at their shareholder lists. BlackRock and Vanguard are the top shareholders of both. They own both the narrative and the counter-narrative. They create a theater of division, Keeping Americans busy arguing about political issues while behind the curtain, they quietly harvest profits from all sides. They own the news outlets, the social media platforms, and the biggest tech companies. They don't just decide what you buy in the supermarket, they are deciding what you should think, what you should fear, and who you should hate. This is the pinnacle of control, when the victim doesn't even know they are imprisoned. Part 6. The consequence. The price of monopoly. The consequences of this monopoly are present right in your daily life. Why is inflation so high? Why are drug prices so expensive despite technological advancements? Why are housing prices beyond the reach of the middle class? Because when a single entity owns both the pharmaceutical company and the lending bank, owns both the energy company and the food conglomerates, they have the power to set the prices they want. There is no competition to restrain them. We are living in a new era of corporate feudalism. We are no longer customers. We are digital serfs, working to pay tribute in profits to 2 black towers in Manhattan. Part 7. Who owns the owners? We have seen how BlackRock and Vanguard control everything you touch. But there is one final question. The biggest secret they never want you to investigate. Who truly stands behind BlackRock and Vanguard? Vanguard is a private company with a mysterious ownership structure. Who are the real families driving this $20 trillion machine? Which names have never appeared in Forbes magazine but can bring nations to their knees? Hit subscribe and turn on notifications because in the next episode, we will go deep down the rabbit hole to find the real families that own BlackRock. The truth will make you shudder. Don't let yourself be a pawn in their game. Be the one who knows the truth. I am World Financial Secrets, and our journey to uncover the world's financial mysteries has only just begun.